Hi everyone, my name is Tracy. I'm your host for Healing Starts With You, an astrology and healing podcast. So today we're not going to talk about money mindset or strategy. We're going to go deeper, a deeper layer of your soul contract. The layer where money struggle isn't a problem. A soul level agreement that was made before you even knew this life had begun. And I want to really walk you through the exact 5 steps I use in my work to actually dissolve a money contract, not to cope with it, not to negotiate it, but to end it. Okay, are you ready? So, step 1 is to identify the contract by its behavior. Okay, so you don't go looking for a contract in your thoughts. Contracts don't live in your thoughts, they live in behavior. The part of you that keeps undercharging even when you swear you won't. The part that works twice as hard for half the income. The part that freezes when opportunity arrives. That is the nervous system obeying an old contract, an old agreement you never consciously choose. And this is truly me from the very, very beginning. Step 2, find the original architect. So the original contract. So we don't form these contracts at the age of 32 or 41. They were inherited through ancestors, our ancestors, or chosen at a soul level for karmic development. So instead of asking, why do I do this all the time? Why do I overwork all the time? Why am I not receiving any money? And the answer is, when did the soul first decide it was only safe to struggle? That is the architect, the origin, the contract itself. Step 3, expose the identity built around the contract. Once the vow exists, the ego builds a personality to protect it. I'm the one who survives. I don't need that much. As long as everyone else is okay, I'll be fine. Those identities are not personal. They are guardrails for the vow. You cannot dissolve what you are still identifying as, which is so, so true. And of course, step 4, revoke the permission at the soul level. So you have to go really, really, really deep to let go of this belief. This is the moment the contract loses legal power, not by working harder, not by thinking better thoughts, but by revoking the binding. I revoke the requirement to suffer to receive. I'm going to say that again. I revoke the requirement to suffer to receive. Say that 3 times. In that moment, the identity loses its job and the loop loses its oxygen. Now, step 5 is installing a new receiving identity. So when the old contract dies, there's kind of like a vacuum. If we do not install a new identity, you just end up still having the same identity, okay? So it's all about changing that mindset. So I receive without punishment. Ease does not cost me belonging. Abundance is not conditional on pain. When the identity changes, reality reorganizes. Not because you pushed harder, but because the agreement to struggle no longer exists. And this is how a money contract ends, not with force, but replacing it and re-identity. If this episode is landing for you, breathe with the last sentence. Let yourself stop repeating the version of you that had to struggle to receive. One more time, let yourself stop repeating the version of you that had to struggle to receive. Thank you for listening to my podcast.